Guys, what is up? I'm here guys with another video. So in this video what I'm going to be talking about is pretty much my gaming PC. Now my gaming PC it's currently in the process of building it. I don't have the parts yet. But anyways, talking about the parts that I'm going to be using for this build. Now first off, for the case, I am using a Cooler Master HAF 912 Blue Edition. Now what HAF stands for is just high airflow, which is pretty much their series, high airflow series. They have the 912, which is this one, the 922, and I'm not sure what the other ones are, but this is a pretty good case. It's high airflow. It's a mid-tower case, case I mean, and it's a pretty nice case. As you guys can see right there, they are, I believe, 3 bays for your hard drive, optical drives, and then the one all the way at the bottom is for card reader for like SD cards, I believe. And then as you can see, it has it's one LED light. I believe it says it here in the front. Doesn't it say in the front? Actually, it should say in the reviews. I'm pretty sure it's a 120 millimeter fan. Let me check. Yep, 120 millimeter front fan, blue LED light, 1200 RPM. So that's one, and then I believe there's one in the back, or I'm not sure. I think there's only one fan, but there's also room for another fan. I believe that's another 120 millimeter side thing right there, which I obviously will be putting there. Fans are pretty cheap, so you can see there for $20, $10. I believe the side one is 120 millimeter. This one right here, that side one right there, because it only includes one fan, which is kind of bad. Should say. Let me check. Just say here. Oh, front, top, rear, side. Yep, it's a 120 to 140 millimeter fan, which is optional. They don't include it. And the top, you can have two 120 millimeter fans, which I will be getting all the fans for the top and the side and the rear. I believe it has a rear too. So yeah. So that's pretty much the case. It's $60. Pretty good, very, very good budget case. And it has one USB 3.0 bay port. I mean, one USB 2.0 headphones, microphone, reset button, and the power button. So it only includes the front and I believe the back. And I will be putting an extra fan. I will be putting an extra fan on the side and on the top because it doesn't include on the top. So that's the case that I'll be using. It's high airflow. Now, for the hard drive, I will be using a Western Digital WD10 EasyX 1 terabyte 7,200 RPM internal hard drive. It's just a 1 terabyte internal hard drive. There's nothing to it. It goes at 7,200 RPM, and it's also $60, which is a nice price. I will be upgrading in the future. Definitely, will be upgrading to a 2 terabyte. I'll buy another 1 terabyte one, so it can go 2 terabyte in total, which would be good for saving your videos and all that stuff. Alright, so for the motherboard, the most important part for the performance is my motherboard. I'm using an MSI A72M E35 FM2 Plus or FM2 AMD HDMI SATA 6 USB micro ATX AMD motherboard. Now this motherboard is a pretty nice board. It's a micro ATX, which is a smaller board, which is a small board. It's smaller than the regular board. And this is compatible with my case. Let me show you. If you go into your case and you go down here, right here, where it says specification, reviews, customer Q&A, go to specifications, and you'll see motherboard compatibility, and it supports micro ATX and ATX motherboards. So yeah, so it does support that. I think it is not. Oh, you can overclock it, I believe. No, wait, you don't overclock motherboards. What am I talking about? It has audio auxiliary, Ethernet, 2 USB 3.0, HDMI, DVI, VGA, and 4 USB 2.0 ports, and some old thing over there for old mice and stuff. And then that's where your RAM will go, and then all your other ports for your necessities. This is also $60, which is a pretty nice case. Not a pretty nice case, a pretty nice motherboard for the price. So yeah, so I recommend that. I will try to leave the links to all this stuff in the link below. Also, I am putting in, this is optional, you don't have to have this in your build unless you are close to your router, so you can put an Ethernet cable through there. But I am using a TP-Link dual band wireless PCI Express adapter, which just gives wireless. It has 3 antennas for maximum Wi-Fi strength, and this goes to your PCI Express right next to your graphics card. It goes there. So yeah, that's $47. Pretty nice for the price. Pretty decent. Now, though, I'll go for that last. Actually, oh, and my graphics card. Actually, I'll be right back to find the graphics card. Now for the graphics card, which is pretty much the most important part of your build if you want really good graphics, apart from the monitor. But for the graphics card, I'm going for an MSI R7260X, 2GB graphics card, and it supports Crossfire. So yeah, so now it is currently out of stock, but by the time I am buying all these parts, it should be in stock. So yeah, so now let me show you the specs. It has Mantle, a new technology by MSI. It is pretty much game enabled. The Mantle speak the language of GCN architecture to unlock revolutionary performance and image quality. And it has afterburner, MSI all-solid capacitor, propeller blade technology, AMD true audio technology, AMD app acceleration, improved performance of everyday tasks such as web browsing, office applications, and video rendering, which will be perfect for my videos. Pretty much nice. It'll render videos a lot faster. It is 2 gigabyte, which is pretty much enough to run on Battlefield 4 at decent or high graphics. Minecraft will run real smooth on this graphics card. As guys can see, it has a propeller. It has a DVI. I don't know what's under that DVI. HDMI, and I'm not sure what that other port is. And a huge propeller on there, and the connectors for your motherboard to put on. There's just an overlook. It also has a DVI to VGA D-sub adapter, and the box is really nice, and the driver disc. Alright, so now for the RAM. Now for the RAM, I'm going for, let it open, G-Skill Ripjaw series, 8 gigs of RAM, which brings 2 4-gig sticks. In combination, it is 8 gigs, which will fill out the RAM slots on my motherboard in the future, but not now, because since RAM is like going up, the price is going up on RAM. But for now, I'm going for 8 gigs, but in the future I will be going for 16, switching out these 4 gigs for 8 gigs. It'll be 16 gigs, and as you can see, the price is pretty high. This is the cheapest price I could find, $84. So yeah, it looks pretty cool too with the red. Alright, now the processor, which is the heart of your build. The motherboard is like the brain, and the processor is the heart of your build. So you do not want to cheap out on a processor or CPU because you can't. because then he'll just get crap for the money unless you can't afford a graphics card and you just get a processor with almost like a graphics card combined, which is a CPU plus a GPU combined. Alright, so this is an AMD 760K Richland, overclocked to 3.8 gigahertz Soccer FM2 100W, I don't know what that is, watts I believe, quad-core desktop processor. Now this is overclocked to 3.8 gigahertz, which is really good. Currently my MacBook CPU is overclocked to 2.4, so it'll be a nice speed for the processor, 3.8 gigahertz. Now it's an AMD processor, multi-core processor, which is 4 cores. It is $90, which is a great price for the processor. A great price for the processor. So yeah, so that's my processor. And then finally, the power supply. For the power supply, yep, that's it. The power supply, I am going for a Corsair CX series, CX430, 430 watt plus bronze certificate active PFC power supply, which is more than enough for my build, since I'm not going for overkill build. So it's perfect. It is a 430 watt power supply, so it'll be more than enough. It is $44, which is a very nice price for the build. I'll probably get a 450 watt or 500 watt, I'm not sure. Now, I'm not sure if this is modular or not. It's not, I'm not sure if it's modular. I'll leave that in the description if it is modular. I don't think it's modular. So yeah, so as you can see all this, I can get a 500 watt, which is this one. Fan size. So the fan size is the same. It's just the watts. So yeah, so that's pretty much it. Hope you guys enjoy my PC build. I will be actually getting the case first, so I can get familiar with the stuff. Oh, actually, I didn't show you the inside of the case. That's right. Let me show you the inside of the case first before I leave. So that's the inside of the case right there. Right there. It is not painted on the inside. I don't care if it's painted on the inside. Some people whine about it. I don't. As you guys can see there, let me get a closer look. Right there is for the hard drive bay. I believe that's the SSD bay. Oh, talking about SSDs. That's for an SSD. I am not sure if I'm going to get it. I will get it in the future. I'll guarantee that. But for now, I am not getting an SSD. An SSD is pretty much an advanced version of a hard drive. It just starts up Windows faster. You can save files on there. So yes, as you can see, I think that's the SSD bay. You can take this bay out if you don't use it. No, I'm sorry. This is for your video. This is for your optical drive, video card reader, bay. This is your hard drive bay. And if you don't want SSD, you can take that out, put it in later. So yeah, and then that's how much what that is. For cable management, it can go through these slots right here, as you can see, where these are coming out of. And that's the fan. Oh yeah, it does bring a back fan. And yeah, so that's pretty much it for this video. Hope you guys enjoy. Leave a like, subscribe like always, and yeah, I just finished showing you guys. It brings drive mounting back brackets, cable ties, case speaker, screws, case obviously, and yeah. So hope you guys enjoy. I'll leave all the links to the specs. I'll try, and yeah. So peace out, guys. Hope you enjoy. Subscribe, and peace out.